Hi, fourth graders. Today in reading, we're going to talk again about fact and opinion, except we're going to focus a little bit more on the quality and the accuracy of the facts that we find in nonfiction books. So we've been talking this week about those facts and opinions, and those are some of the words that we used. We also talked about how they're in nonfiction texts, and those give us information. And then this quality and accuracy piece is what we're zooming in on today. And so we talked a little the other day about how to make sure that something is accurate. So we're going to go into more detail and review a little bit about that. But then we also want to make sure that our sources and that the information that we're reading is quality information. There's a few different ways we can do that. So our goal today is to examine the quality or accuracy of a text. And really examining that is just meaning that we are looking at that text and we're making sure that it is good quality information and that those facts are true. We don't want to be reading things that are not true. And sometimes authors don't even do that on purpose. They might just accidentally put something in there from a source. So how do we know? How can we trust that it is accurate and that it is true? So I was reading about sloths again the other day. And they live in tropical rainforests in Central and South America. And I thought to myself, sloths in tropical rainforests, wouldn't they get slimy? Is that true? I don't know. I mean, if you think about a sloth, maybe they don't move fast enough in a rainforest. Aren't there dangerous animals there? I wonder if that's true. So here's what I did. I can look at the quality and I can look at the accuracy of that. So we talked the other day about going online to maybe fact check a little bit. And there are companies that do this. And in real life, people do this. They examine the quality and the accuracy of things that they read. I don't know if you've seen your parents maybe on Facebook or something like that. Sometimes people will post something on Facebook and it is not accurate and it's not quality information. And Facebook will actually fact check it and they'll block the post because they don't want to spread that information that is not accurate and is not quality according to their fact checkers. So there's people that do this in real life too. They don't want to be spreading false information, and you don't want to be spreading false information. You don't want to be reading false information. So how can we verify that it's accurate or quality? A lot of times we do that with a website. So here's some ways that I do that. So when I want to check and see where do sloths really live, is that where they actually live? I just can go to Google and I can type in sloth. That's one way to do it. And I can look at these websites here. I have Wikipedia. Remember what I told you about Wikipedia the other day? Anybody can put information on Wikipedia. You could go in there and say that sloths live in Central and South America, and it could not be true. Or you could say that they live in Indiana, and people would be like, that's weird, I've never seen a sloth in Indiana, but it's here, it must be true, it's on the internet. That's not how it works. But what we do when we look, if we're going to Google something, it's not all bad. We look at the source of it. Here we have worldwildlife.org. Doesn't that sound like a place that might have accurate information? It's about the world. It says .org at the end. Man, youtube.com, three-toed sloth, the slowest mammal on earth. I don't know if I'm going to trust a YouTube video because I could have put that YouTube video up there. Anyone could have done that. How do I know that they were really knowledgeable about sloths? Here we have National Zoo, and it ends in .edu. Ooh. If it ends in .edu, that's an educational website that I can trust. I would trust that one. Here at Britannica.com, that's an encyclopedia. I could trust that. So let me show you here. I clicked on Wikipedia, and let's see. Let's just see what it says. It says this article is about the Central and South American mammal. Oh, well, Wikipedia says it. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I don't know. Let me check another source because I don't really trust Wikipedia again because anyone can edit that. Let me close that out. Here I went to Britannica School, the elementary version. It says sloths are slow-moving mammals that spend most of their lives in trees. They cling to the trunks or hang upside down from the branches. Sloths live in the tropical forests of Central and South America. They are related to armadillos and anteaters. I read it here. It was in my book. This is an accurate and reliable source, and I can trust it. So when we're looking at our sources, when we're looking at nonfiction texts, we were really looking for the accuracy and the quality of that text. So some ways that we can look at that. For accuracy, what we really want to see is to check the credentials of the author. And credentials just means why are you allowed to be telling me what you're telling me? What do you know about sloths, right? Are you a scientist? Or are you someone who knows a lot about animals? Do you work at a zoo? How is it that you know a lot about this? And maybe they have a lot of information that they've learned and they are qualified. You can check the research the author has done on the topic. A lot of times the author will cite their own sources, and you can check that to see what research has been done and if it's accurate and trustworthy. You can read other books or websites about the topics like we did here. You could check a book too. That's another way. Compare the information in the book to information in other sources. So basically, to see if it's accurate, we want to check a lot of different places, not just take one person's word for it. And because sometimes, they could have made a mistake, or maybe they're just trying to lie to you about sloths. That's a real thing. People do that. Not really, I don't know, but you want to make sure that it's accurate. So quality as well is another thing. So we can ask ourselves this: what do I think of the author's writing style? Like, is it interesting, or was it the most boring thing I ever read about sloths? Because sloths are kind of cool. I could be curious about sloths, and it could be very engaging, or it could be really boring. So is it quality? Was it well written? Did I like the way the author wrote it? Is it interesting? Is it enjoyable? Do I like reading it? That's a quality book. Quality information. Did the book make me want to learn more about the topic? If it did, it was quality. Are there high quality photographs, illustrations, or other helpful graphics? These are ways that we can kind of evaluate a book and examine the quality or the accuracy of it. In any nonfiction text that we have, we always want to be thinking to ourselves, can I trust this book? And is this a quality book? In real life, you want to be thinking those things too. When someone tells you something, you don't just want to believe everything that you hear, right? We want to make sure that it's accurate and reliable. It's a quality piece of information that we can trust. That's what we're doing today as readers, making sure that we're examining the quality or accuracy of a text.